Let's see. IMDb biography. Burlington Showtime. Born Burlington Showtime in rural Minnesota to his beloved parents. At the tender age of 15 years, he moved to Hollywood to make his way as an orange picker. Orange technician. Yes. After proving to be truly unfit for manual labor, the Orange Grove employed him to be the comforting young man in coveralls who greeted tourists at the gate. This is where he got his big break in early film. This is accurate so far. Orange You Glad movies just got invented. Mwah, what a picture. Art. True art. He was included in the back of a few shots of that film, and the studio liked him well enough there to hire him for more projects where his quiet, reassuring energy could help calm the tense scene before censors got involved. That was my strength. Showtime is known for having been physically present in more films than any other human, set piece, or trope in the golden age of cinema. His talent for wandering into filming in clothes that roughly worked for the movie... No. Showtime displayed a singular talent for being available for any film which needed an extra character, whether they know it or not. Yes, perfect. As cinema transformed, Burlington Showtime did not, refusing to alter his style and insisting that good taste would out. He was absolutely correct, and everyone eventually agreed with him. Yes. He is now regarded as timeless. Oh, charming. And has a resurgence of popularity in the 90s age of novelty older actor films. Recently, Showtime has retired from Hollywood to Chicago, that's accurate, where he helms a podcast empire. Oh, that's very flattering. His staff of writers, actors, and assorted errata produce a monthly live comedy show about podcasting. Yes. Too bad we're all trapped inside right now. Let's see. Notable relatives. All right, Devon Showtime, yes. YouTube star and podcast host. She was previously his co-host, but has moved to Hollywood with a new online media venture, You Would, under the tagline, "It's not that kind of video website." Devon Showtime is Burlington Showtime's niece. That's accurate. I'll check that. Shirlington Showtime, notable in the celebrity gossip columns for having never been involved in any actual scandals, but many strange misunderstandings. Shirley Showtime is Burlington Showtime's wife. Also accurate. God. Shirley. Oh! What is this thing doing? Okay. All right. Well, everything's a phone nowadays. Maybe I'm calling someone? Am I calling someone? Oh, bother. And now I'm in isolation, so I can't ask anybody to help me. I'm just gonna have to figure this out for myself. Let it not be said that Burlington Showtime will be overwon by some kind of strange mechanical contraption that his niece left on his desk that he hasn't thought about in a long time. There's gotta be a button on here. Oh, bother! Oh, maybe that's a button. Is that a button? That might be a button. I feel like that's got to be a button. Let's just see what it does.
Burly Bear, are you calling me from one room away? I heard you shouting, "Oh, bother," in your angry voice just a moment ago. Oh, you silly sausage. I don't know why we ever did away with the old phonograph. I don't think these smart phonographs are any good at all. I've never found one that will play my records, and attaching the horn to it was a complete bust. Sorry, that sweet young man from work, Derwent Blarnes, told me the trendy young people are calling them smartphones now, and they're trying to use them as telephones. Bless the poor lambs, they don't even know what a phonograph is for. But then, isn't that just like young people? They pick names for things that are wildly mismatched for what the things are, and then look at you like you're the one with two heads when you're confused. Why, just the other day, was it Tuesday last week or Tuesday 25 years ago? I can't recall. Anywho, I decided to take myself for a long walk. I may have slightly misjudged the distance, but how was I to know that my floor-length fur coat was going to be too heavy for mid-spring? I felt as if I was going to faint, so I looked around for an establishment to do it in. I faint so beautifully, as you know, dear, and it just wouldn't be right to deprive the good people of Chicago the opportunity to see such a spectacle. The only place near to hand was called, oh, rats, I've forgotten it. It was something Scottish. Mackenzie's? McMalcolm's? McDonald's, I'm sure that's it. Well, let me tell you, neither the decor nor the fare was what you would expect from a traditional Scottish tavern. Just plastic seats and golden arches everywhere. I staggered to the counter and tried to ask for a scotch, but they said they didn't serve alcohol. So I glanced at the menu and said, very well, then give me the largest Diet Coke you have. I did not pay, as my fur coat had no pockets, and a handbag would have ruined the ensemble. I merely made my way dramatically across the restaurant to the furthest seat available and waited to be served. The poor teenaged creature I had just spoken to looked entirely confused by this, as though it wasn't common practice to do so. I assume it was their first day, perhaps. Well, while I waited for my refreshment, I half closed my eyes and put the back of my hand to my forehead for the benefit of my no doubt rapt audience. I fluttered them open when I heard the telltale thunk of a drink being placed on my table. Before me stood the largest receptacle for a beverage I have ever beheld. The writing on the side of it proclaimed it to be of superb size or something similar. I raised my eyes, aghast, to the child who'd brought it and told them, completely reasonably I might add, I couldn't possibly drink all that. Their look of absolute discombobulation was enough to send me into the long-awaited faint, which I did by standing up, then swooning so they'd catch me, which they completely failed to do, I might add. I hope that answers your question, love. Now, I've got to get back to making fascinators for the muffins our neighbor sent us. Ta! Smooches. Mwah, mwah.
Well, that's interesting. She couldn't hear me for the whole thing. Although I suppose none of you can hear me either. Or wait. Can you? Oh, I can't hear you. It's the other way around. It's like a phone call that only goes out. I suppose that's probably how phones work for my mother-in-law. Well, anyway, if this is going to be anything like a show, then Burlington Showtime is here to be a showman. I'm going to give you the best darn my study performance that ever there was. And tell me, I'll tell you because you can't tell me, I'll tell you that there have been some amazing performances in this study. Why, I once did Hamlet in this study. No one was here, but it was breathtaking. My cat Archimedes loved it. And it was in a study just like this one. In fact, I had this same bookshelf when I first read for the part of the Silver Streak opposite Buster Keaton. I got the part because I had the better mustache, you see. Granted, Buster Keaton got to be the human, and I had to be the train. So, there's that. But if I'm going to be a showman, and I must say I always do variety shows. Variety shows are the way of the future, I've always said. And they were the way of the future in the past as well. So that's got to be something. If this is going to be a variety show, I need some acts. What can I do to make an act happen? Well, everything's a phone nowadays. Perhaps I can call someone. I mean, I managed to get through to Shirley. She couldn't hear me, but I heard her. Maybe I can call someone else. What about... Devin. I could call Devin. Let's try that. Let's just,
Congratulations, because you've reached Devin Showtime's Snapchat channel, and it is a quarantine time with Devin Showtime, and that might make me Devin Quarantine. You might be wondering, what is Devin Showtime's life like in quarantine, and how is she so attractive? Well, here's the quarantine schedule. I'm gonna, I think from like 12, let me look it up. All right, this afternoon I'm gonna wallow in self-pity. Stare into the abyss. Next on the agenda is to solve world hunger and tell no one. And then jazzercise. And then I'll do a daily evaluation of my symptoms to be responsible. I feel like I get tired after push-ups, and I get dizzy after I spin around a lot, and I get really angry if I haven't eaten in a while, and I scroll through Netflix a lot more than I watch any actual content, and my pee it's wet, and if I close my eyes I can't see anything, and I have lots of farts. So what I'm trying to say is that I definitely have it. Next up on my list is to regale you of my daily observations and questions that I have. So I'll start with my observations. The first is that there's going to be a lot of pressure to talk to your friends and family and connect with them more, and society's going to pressure you a whole lot about that. So you can fight that. Stay positive, folks. The other observation that I have is wine is my new favorite all-time beverage. Another observation is that imagination makes social distancing a lot easier. I can be I went to a Venice Beach brunch and it was amazing and it was 5 stars, and that has helped quite a bit. My questions are, I wonder if I'll find out who Bob Odenkirk is during this time. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna find out. Other questions are who would have thought that Peloton would have had the last laugh? And also, this isn't really a question, just a concern. I haven't heard from the anti-vaxxers in a while. Also on the agenda, I will keep up with my cough log.
41 coughs. 42 coughs.
I also need to catch up on my TV watching, so Tiger King it is. I mean, who would want so many big cats? Am I right, Tut? Next up on the agenda is to keep up with trends and to review the movie musical Cats. I'll kick off my first thought on Cats by echoing the masses and just say, what the frick is a jellicle? You might want to know why I watched Cats in the first place, and I thought I'd let you know that it was just because I wanted to watch Sir Ian McKellen drink milk out of a bowl. My uncle wouldn't have liked that last joke, though. He would have been like, Devin! To scold me, but then he would be jealous. He'd be like, oh, well, Sir Ian McKellen does get all the best roles. No, but to really get into it though, like I really appreciated all the dark realities that they highlighted in Cats. So for example, there's this lyric that goes like, not long ago, this phenomenal cat produced 7 kittens right out of a hat. And that imbues us with the awesome, terrible knowledge that Mr. Mistopheles does in fact do it. For the fans of Cats, I just have one question, which is, do you get anything out of watching a whiskery human feline hybrid fondle a tap shoe? Anyway, just to keep it short, at the end of the day, like I was left confused and sexually frustrated, and yeah, I mean, I just would like this to be a distant memory. And I'll probably get some singing in and be like super humble about it. Time to say goodbye. And at the end of today's agenda is the literal counting of blessings. All right, counting the toilet paper blessings. 1, 2, 3, and all the rest.
What in God's name was that? Oh, I am sorry, everyone. Everything's a phone. Everything's a phone. Everything's a phone, and that's a thing that she does with a phone, apparently. I know just the thing. I know just the thing. If I know one thing to do with this clicky-boxy thing, it's make music happen. I know how to make music come out of this. It's the only thing I've ever used it for, and luckily, I have some that I can afford to use because it was given to me by one of our own musicians. So I feel confident in telling you that you are about to hear a song, an actual song, from Eugene Boozler. Yes, Eugene Boozler joining us from wherever he is in Tennessee or something.
Hey there, Mr. Showtime, Eugene Boozler here. Hope you're doing well right now. The Boozlers are doing just fine. We're locked up in the basement at the Station Inn here in Nashville.
The Station Inn here in Nashville is our absolute favorite honky-tonk. It's the home of many particular cocktails such as the Nose Cone, the Snifter, and the Stop Touching Your Face. That was popular long before this current time, as often is the case. Nashville was far ahead of the curve before things got cool, as they say, up in the north.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we were down here just because we were looking for some cocktail napkins and perhaps a couple of extra oyster crackers, and then someone locked that door behind us, and there's nobody upstairs to let us out anymore, so we're hunkering down. There's a lot of cans. There's even a little latrine, which we appreciate very much.
That is correct. How rude of me. Let me introduce y'all. This is my cousin Beulah Boozler on vocals.
Hello, nice to meet all y'all. I am a singer here in Nashville. I haunt many a shower. I don't know if y'all know, but there's a lot of honky-tonks building showers in. There's a little bit of a way to combat the daily grime, as they say.
And over on bass is my other cousin, Glade Boozler. Always a stage hog, that one.
Now, don't be hard on him, Jeannie. Glade cannot help his natural-born charisma.
Very true. I guess that's why he's out front and center on the bass.
Eugene, since we're stuck here for a little while and we're talking to the Starlight Radio Dreams listening audience, do you think it would be possible, nay, plausible, for us to do that little number I wrote the other day?
Well, I don't see why not. I'm sure Mr. Showtime wouldn't mind. Glade, what do you think?
Why, I don't believe I have ever seen him so excited.
It truly is a sight to behold. Won't you kick it off, Beulah?
Don't mind if I do. Well, I feel kind of foggy, like my brain's a little soggy. Dear me, what does it mean?
Comprehension is slow, but paranoia is all a go, like I took an antihistamine.
I'm eating food from a can, and I'm washing my hands with a soap of glycerine.
I'm trying to understand and protect our land
Through living in quarantine. What kind of cans you got, Eugene?
I got a can of Sloppy Joe.
I had peas.
How long will this last? My worries are vast, so I'm sipping on Pachin.
I ain't wearing pants and I'm trying to learn to dance like Mr. Ben Vereen.
Can't wander far, so I'm practicing guitar. Wanna be like Bruce Springsteen.
There's a lot I can do, so I gotta stay true while I'm living under quarantine. Eugene, did you watch Zoobly Zoo as a child?
Mm-hmm.
Who did you have a crush on?
What's that, kangaroo?
I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta slow the curve and we'll get what we deserve. There is no in between.
I miss you in this instance, but keep your social distance and your body squeaky clean.
Maybe eat some pinna beans.
You can make some Jimmy Deans.
And a side dish of aubergine.
Ignore that hype and call me on Skype.
Keep in touch during quarantine.
I got peas and spam.
Well, wasn't that amazing? See? I knew I could do it. I knew I could. I didn't plan beyond that. Well, I can't just play music for you all day. Let it not be said that Burlington Showtime is afraid of asking for help. There's a button right here that says help. It wasn't there a minute ago, but I'm sure that's entirely coincidental. So I am going to ask for some help. If you'll all just bear with me for a moment, hopefully this will all work out, and we'll have whatever kind of show this is back on the rails momentarily. We're just gonna push that button there.
Hello. Thank you for calling CompuQuick Customer Service. All operators are currently busy. Please hold for the next available associate. Doot 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 doot. Your call is very important to us. Please continue to hold. Did you know that with a CompuQuick Basic Service Package, you can skip all the waiting and manage your account online? For more information, please visit our website and fill out a brief yet very personal questionnaire. Please have your credit card information and social security number ready. Hello, and welcome to CompuQuick Customer Service Specialists. Your call may be recorded and monitored for quality assurance. To continue in English, press 1. Para español, el primo número 2. For bad Cockney, please be given the number 3 a proper pressing in it. For regular English, but louder, press number 4! Oh my god, did you actually just hit a button? Oh, that is so funny. I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping you were on a rotary phone and I'd hear the things spinning, but whatever, anyways. It's Danny, by the way, just me screwing with you. I heard you were having issues, and I thought, instead of helping you, I'd mess with you like a jerk. I'll be honest, though, I'm not so great with technology either. I once blew up a microwave trying to heat up a Chicago-style Hot Pocket. It's not a real branded Hot Pocket, it's my own concoction, actually, and I'm pretty proud. It's 2 slices of deep dish-style pizza laid on top of each other and filled with hot dogs and Italian beef, and served wet. And then wrapped in tinfoil to keep it all together. It gets pretty gross, and the patent is still pending, mostly because the folks at Nestle won't take my calls. Well, that's not 100% true. They did answer once, and asked me to stop calling, and sending them samples. Did you know Nestle owns Hot Pockets? Weird, right? Anyways, technology, yeah, not great. I'm usually more focused on being behind the screen rather than concerned about what's inside the screen, so I won't be much help for you here, unfortunately. As per usual, am I right? Don't answer that. Yeah, we didn't get our first computer in our house till I was like 12, and then that one busted because of all the dog hair in the fan vents. We always had dogs in the house. Like, too many dogs. It was pretty rough. It was rough, cause dogs. Because that's what the... Oh, man, that's good. I gotta write that down. One second. Okay. Dogs equal rough. Nice, that's good. I'll totally remember what I meant by that later. Anyways, while we're talking of dogs, though, you want to hear a funny story? So back when we only had like one dog and she started getting up there in age, my mom thought it was about time to start looking for another dog to bring into the house, to both give the older dog a friend in her last few years, but also let the older dog show the new dog the ropes of the house before she passed on. So we went looking through the newspaper for dogs, because that's how you did it back in the day, and also our computer melted. And we found one that sounded good. So we're all like, alright, cool, let's call up the owner and get a new dog. So we call her, and things are going good, and we're just getting ready to finalize stuff, and then the owner says, oh, by the way, probably should have mentioned this, but the dog you want, she has a brother, and I'd feel bad separating them, so if you could, I'd like you to take them both. Now, my mom wasn't super gung-ho on the whole thing, but being a kid who liked dogs yet had a severe allergy to them, I talked her into it. So we got 2 new dogs in one day. Problem was, these were not puppies, these were like grown dogs. They were already like 8 years old and knew their own names. This is all a roundabout long way of telling you that the first dog's brother was named Danny. So, for years, we had 2 Dannys in the house, and it got confusing. I never knew which one of us my mom was angry at. I didn't think I pooped in the kitchen, but I was a kid and I was really never sure of anything. When I told my teacher that Danny ate my homework, she gave me the weirdest look. The real confusing one was anytime my mom yelled, "Danny, go outside!" Because that honestly could have applied to either of us. It was either her letting the dog out back or giving me a healthy suggestion. Anyway, where was I going with this? Hold on, I gotta backtrack my thoughts. Let's see. Talked about having a dog named Danny, multiple dogs in the house, awesome rough joke, dog hair melting my computer, not having a computer until I was 12, weird hot pockets, not being good at technology, you pressed a button, me doing the automated telephone thing, lady from Empanina, a bell ding, shit, went too far, go forward, bell ding, Empanina, fake robot call, you pressed a button, I'm bad with technology, there we are. Yeah, I'm bad with technology. Sorry, I can't help you out, Mr. Showtime, best of luck to you. In the meantime, I think I hear someone walking the halls of this mansion that Oliver Kane is letting me live in, and it's either a ghost or another lost Postmates delivery man, and either way I kinda want to see it. Well, have a good one. Bye.
Danny! Hi, everyone. That was, not what we expected, I don't think. Certainly not what I expected, so... there's that. Let's see. That wasn't helpful at all, and now the help button is completely gone. What do I do now? I guess I could play you another... Oh, wait, hold... Oh, there's someone on the line. I'll just put them through. I feel like I can do that, right? Here, I'll just push the button and...
Hello? Hello, anyone there?
Yes, hello? With whom am I speaking?
This is Officer Molly O'Hara.
Molly? Why, we haven't heard from you since December. What are you doing at Oliver Kane's mansion?
Danny invited me over to play video games.
Ah, what a stroke of luck. You see, I was hoping to reach Danny, or Eugene, or Jack, or whoever else is living there. You see, I've been having trouble with
You
this...
didn't let me finish. Danny invited me over to play video games a week and a half ago. I've been trying to leave this place for 10 days, but I'm incredibly lost. Every hallway seems to be a never-ending corridor of mystery and delight, which on a normal day would be fascinating and whimsical, but I literally don't even know where I am anymore. What's more is I can't find a light switch for the life of me. My cell phone died 8 days ago, so I'm carrying around a candle like a heroine in a Bronte novel. This mansion is insane. It's way too big. Who even needs this much space? Every door leads to a room I've never seen before. Every room a different theme. I found a room that was covered wall to wall in souvenir glasses from one of those old McDonald's promotions from the 90s. Another was made entirely of trampolines. A third was literally just the abandoned warehouse where Kevin Bacon danced out his feelings in Footloose. Luckily, there have been plenty of restrooms and kitchens, so I've been taking care of myself. Did you know that Oliver Kane trained rats to do his cooking for him? They can only make scrambled eggs and macaroni and cheese, but it's halfway decent. The point is, I have no clue which way the exit is, and my candle is getting smaller by the minute. I haven't seen Danny since last Wednesday. I doubt he even knows I'm still here, just wandering around. Yours is the first voice I've heard in so long. I'll be honest, when I heard the phone ring, I half expected to pick it up and hear a heavy breathing and a scary voice telling me the call was coming from inside the house. But thank God. Wait, you've known Oliver Kane for years. Surely you've been to his mansion before. Perhaps you'd know the way to get out of here. If I explain my surroundings to you, do you think you can tell me which way to go? All right. I'm currently in a long hallway, and the floor is made out of those big foam puzzle pieces that they use to line elementary school gymnasiums. To the right of me is a room with a mysterious glow coming from under the door, and I do believe I hear chanting in some language I don't understand coming from inside. To my left is... Hold on a moment. I recognize this door. The chipped paint, the slight rust on the handle? It can't be. I have to check this out. Thank goodness this is a blocky cordless phone. Oh my lord, this is impossible. I don't know how or why, but this is an exact replica of my childhood bedroom, down to the last detail. There's the desk where I used to sit and draw doodles of myself growing up to be a police officer. There's the closet I used to hide in when my brother and I would play hide and seek. He found me every time. Oh goodness, it's him. My childhood teddy bear. Sergeant Stuffers. I thought I'd never see him again. The times we shared together, the imaginary criminals we brought down at illegally organized tea parties. I told him all my thoughts, all my feelings, all my secrets. He's even still got that little stain where I spilled brown sauce on him. What are you doing, Molly? Snap out of it. You need to find a way out. Just leave this room and don't look back. Sorry about that, Mr. Showtime. I'm leaving the room and shutting the door. Wait, I should have grabbed Sergeant Stuffers. I'm going back for him. Just open the door again and wait. How's this possible? The room, it's just empty. But this was just... And now it's... I hate this damn mansion. Hold on a moment. Can it be? Down the hallway. I think I see it. An exit! Thank God. I can finally leave here and go out and see people again. Thank you for your being a kindly voice during this hard time, Mr. Showtime. My troubles are finally over.
Molly? What are you doing here?
I have been lost in this stupid house for over a week.
Only a week? Damn. First time I came here was for Oliver's yearly midsummer jamboree and bocce ball tournament, and I didn't get out till Christmas.
I've had no contact with the outside world for over a week. I've not spoken to anyone. I haven't seen the sunlight. Finally, I'm going to go out there, get a drink from my favorite pub, hug a friend or two, and take a nice walk in the crowded public park.
Ooh, actually, I might need to fill you in on a few things you've missed since you've been lost.
What are you talking about?
Let's go to the living room. But first, you might want to wash your hands for, 20 seconds. Bathroom is the third door on the left.
Oh, no. I'm not heading back down into that hallway again. Danny? Danny? What? Where'd he go? Where am I now? Damn it, I'm lost again. Mr. Showtime, do me a favor. If you don't hear from me in 3 days, give the house another call. In the meantime, I'm going to try to find a restroom because I apparently need to wash my hands for whatever news Danny has. Providing I find him again. Wish me luck.
Oh, I hope she'll be okay. Well, best of luck to her. All right. Well, moving on. Luckily, I've got some of my buttons back now. If I didn't know better, I'd say someone was messing with me. Someone who's related to me, but doesn't live in this house. Someone who is safely miles away. But I know better. Couldn't have been that. Devin hasn't thought about me in months, let alone how to prank me from across the country. Well, luckily, one of the buttons that came back does say help. So we're going to try one more time for some help. This one looks like it's Looks like it's coming from Missy O'Danaher. She is our company fix-it lady, so I'm sure that if anybody's going to get this thing straightened out and figure out what show you meant to watch, I don't know, Doctor Who, or All in the Family, or Leave It to Beaver. What are people watching these days? Anyway, Missy's going to fix it and get you back to whatever you meant to be doing this evening, because couldn't have been this. Right? Alright, button time. Let's just push that.
Hello? Hello, anyone there?
Yes, hello? With whom am I?
Burlington, you have my deepest sympathies. Technology that will not cooperate is one of the most immediate detractors of satisfaction. The stats also indicate that a misbehaving gadget decreases inner peace and increases earwax production. You've got to be smarter than the technology, Burlington. Wily, like a fox. Are you familiar with the Tech Fix List medley? You might find some musical assistance there. Here, I'll give you a few verses. I know that your heart is sinking. 5 whole minutes and your iPad's still thinking. The website won't load. It seems like it's goading you into a vat of binge drinking. Turn your device off and turn it back on. Turn it back on. Everyone has problems. Don't be a moron. Be a moron. Unplug your router and plug it back in. Plug it back in. Test your Wi-Fi connection or watch the wheel spin. Watch the wheel spin. Update your software and every single app. Every single app. If you are cranky, go take a little nap. Take a damn nap! Now, that was bridge 400,873 and stanzas 3,487,455 through 3,487,458. This little ditty is quite the resource. Some say it has been crowdsourced and peer-reviewed since microwave ovens began confusing the average kitchen in the 1960s. Others claim there is a secret society of IT bards formed around the time of the invention of the plowshare who moderate the content. Well, here's a verse written circa 1913. Don't twist or snap it, you pull it up and down, pull it up and down. It's called a zipper, you big rabid clown, big rabid clown. There are some verses for deeply specific fixes that are rarely needed but sorely appreciated when they come up. Like when your coffee maker starts spouting kombucha or your Dolby sound system is possessed by demons. Now, there is this most beloved verse, I think from 1989, that begins, hold it high above your head and throw it down the stairs, throw it down the stairs, which is highly debated. Many frown upon it and say it is non-canonical, but I like to think of it as bringing creativity to the process. Technology changes, so do solutions, and what truly matters is your satisfaction. You may need to rethink your goals and reset your expectations. It's a lot like hanging up on an irate customer after calling them a noseweed. Perhaps not by the book, but oh so satisfying. Creativity and ingenuity can be the very best methods to dealing with technology. Why, did you ever have trouble getting your slap bracelets to work? Too stiff? Well, perhaps you were boxed in by the lack of imagination in the title. Slap bracelets are made of layers of flexible stainless steel. Stab first, then slap. Then the curling action can deeply torque the puncture wound. I applied this also to the club. Do you recall the expanding tube of metal with forked ends to attach to your steering wheel? The trick was to buy 2 of them, one for the steering wheel and one for clubbing the would-be auto thief. And that brings me to Laserdiscs. You know, I searched the Tech Fix song for years trying to find the verses that clued me into getting the lasers to shoot out of the discs. Since I couldn't get that to work, I've become quite proficient at lobbing them through the air with the force of a throwing star. It's really improved my Frisbee golf game. You see, this is what you need, Burls. You can do this. I believe in you. Well, gotta go. Time for the next round of negotiations of the Legion of Evil Spirits in my Sonos. Ta!
Well, that got a bit grisly there at the end. God. All right. Think, Burlington. Think. Friends. Romans. Countrymen. Lend me your ears. I do not come to... Oh, they've come up with another button. It says intermission. Don't suppose that means that whoever the ghost in my machine is didn't like that I was about to do some of the finest literature ever created. But I would like an intermission. I don't know about all of you, but I need to stand up, move my legs, refill my drink. So, however intermission works, we're going to do that now. So, I suppose enjoy your bathroom and own drinks. Get a snack. What do I care? Who knows if you're even wearing pants right now? Maybe put some pants on for novelty. Thank you all very much for joining us here at Starlight Radio Dreams. Tonight's show, The Show Must Go On, featuring the vocal talents of Ansel Burch as Burlington Showtime, Karolyn Blake as Shirlington Showtime, Ben McCauley as Danny Burns, Rachel Granda-Gluski as Molly O'Hara, Michael Jachowicz as Jack Kane, Sam Locke as Eugene Boozler, Kat Evans as Beulah Boozler and Missy O'Danaher, Derrick Gaetke as Oliver Kane, Ellen DeSitter as Miss Intern, Jared McDaris as Professor Zunderfell, Jake Dewar as Mr. Studebaker, Arne Parrot as Professor Pianist. We'd like to issue a special thank you to our friends at Mrs. Murphy & Sons Irish Bistro, delivering whiskey even during the shutdowns. We'd also like to thank our dear friends at Shure Incorporated for their generous support. Without you guys, we couldn't do it. Keep laughing and keep dreaming.